What's up? We're live. It started for me. What's up, Gavin? What's up, Leandre? How you guys doing, man? Gavin's back. Welcome back, man. How was your trip? What's up, Cameron? How you living, man? All right. So we had a lot of people finally do their workouts last week. And you guys posted them as well. So great job with that. The point leaders for last week, besides all the points that you guys get for the isolation workouts, the point leaders from last week that I sent over to Kendrick that he could add were as follows. The 1 point for Finn Kaufman, 2 points for Momo and Leandre. They posted a couple of extra things. Great job for that. But the top three that all got 2 points were Armand, Cameron, and Blake. All right. So great job for you guys. You guys get 3 extra points. When we do the point, screwed up because there's nothing to attend, right? So if you put in the work in your own backyard, I think that it should count. All right. So if I start seeing videos posted and it's like multiple or like one long video or whatever of deep workouts, you get extra points for that. Now, the 3 points is the maximum. So if all you guys do no work and then like one of you or 3 of you guys do like a minute of work, I guess those 3 will get the 3 points. But hopefully you guys push each other so far that the top 3 people have actually put in 3 hours of work for that week and they deserve the points. So the points are very relative, meaning they depend on how much you guys want to work compared to each other. I take the top 3 and then they get their 3 points. If you look at the top 10, I can go 15. The top 15 for this year. Again, it slowed down because of the virus, but some people sped it up because of that. So Jack, Elliot, Rye, Ben, and Andre are 15 to 11. Top 10 starts with Ren. Then 9th place with 95.5 events is Cameron. Then we have Gabby and Troy. Gabby has 95.5 as well. Troy has 100.5. You get 0.5 if you're late to something or it just wasn't that good or whatever. Then we have 6th place is Blake Bastani with 115.5. Gavin is 116. Then Armand is 121.5 at 4th place. Then we have Leandre way above that at 146 with 3rd place. Above him is Ian Salmon, 151. And then 1st place for this year is Finn Kaufman, 151.5. Our all-time leader, of course, is Ian Salmon with 1,271. Above Ben, who's just above 1,000. And then some other people, Troy is 7th all-time. Gabby's 10th all-time. Zach is 11th all-time. And Edward's 15th all-time. So those are the things that matter the most is putting in the hours. And I need you guys to keep putting in the hours and know that that goal is out there for you guys. I'm going to ask MVP Flight what they're going to do for the season, if they're going to really do it in September. And I think the answer is that they're waiting to see. But again, I paid for it. We're going to try to do it. If they have it, we're doing it. But I do know in September, we're definitely going to have indoor basketball at Tice Valley. I'm going to send out a message tomorrow to your parents about that because we have all the times filled where we have at least 2 people at every hour, but most hours are like 6 or 7 people. So we'll be doing our shooting thing from there. So the isolation workouts will be from Tice Valley, and we will still be filming them, and they'll still be sent to your place so we can see you guys. But we will be working out inside a gym, and then those of you guys who aren't allowed in gym yet because your parents or whatever, you guys can watch it from home. All right, and you guys can copy along with us, and we'll just be getting up about 300 to 400 shots a day. All right, just so we can get better and doing our ball handling. That's it for that. And then let's see. One other mention. I heard a few stories of people watching the Hoops history page or the History of Hoops page. We had a 1st grader. He said, "Oh, I watched the Reggie Miller one." And I was like, "Oh, you did? Why did you watch that one?" And he said, "Because I've seen it before." And I was like, "No, you can't just watch the ones that you've seen before, okay?" I mean, I do that with movies where I'll be like, "Oh, which movie do I want to watch?" Well, I know that one's good, so I watch that one. But I assure you guys, you will love almost all of these. These are the most lovable, amazing moments in the history of basketball. John, I watched all the highlights of your history page. You did not watch all of them. It's impossible to watch all of them because the basketball games on the right, there's 10 of them. Oh, all the highlights. Okay, okay, okay. Now the highlights, that makes sense because the ten highlights probably last what 30 seconds each, a minute. Very, very possible to watch all the highlights. Okay, I do believe you. All right. The games on the right though are 2 hours each. So I was like, no, you didn't do all that. But the moments are about 3 minutes, and then they're a little in betweenish. The rest are shorter. The games are the only long, really, really long ones. Everything else is underneath 10 minutes, I think. But all right, cool. I'm happy that you watched them. If you guys have any favorites of stuff that you watched that you did not watch before, let me know in the comment section. I forgot to add two things, and I felt so bad. I added them over the weekend. I again, I don't know if you guys looked through it all, but I added two things, and both these things are by Michael Jordan. There's one play. There's six plays where Michael Jordan or someone shoots a free throw, and Michael Jordan from the 3-point line comes running in, and off the free throw miss, he gets a dunk. All right, you never see that, honestly. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen another player do it, but Michael Jordan has six of them. That's one of the highlights, and then not one of the highlights, but one of the bottom things in the paragraph that I mentioned. And then the other one is a moment where Michael Jordan, again, six different times, he shoots eyes closed. He shoots an eyes closed free throw. So he goes like this. Normally he's like talking trash, and then he goes and then drills it every single time. All right. So those are two moments that I forgot to mention. When I was growing up, we always tried to do the eyes closed free throw, but Jordan was so cocky and so good, he just did it. All right. So, anyways, I added those two moments. Anyone else did I add? I also added I also added a couple of draft classes. The best three draft classes of all time. That's when they draft for the NBA. The best three are 1984, which is the Michael Jordan one, 1996, which is the Kobe Bryant one, and there's also 2003, which is the LeBron James one. Is that right? 2003? Where is it? Yeah, pretty sure 2003. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But yeah. All right. So, anyways, that's enough with that. If you guys are liking the page, let me know in the comment section which one you like the most. All right, itinerary for today. The quote of the day is take pride. All right. Now, pride can be in two different things. Pride can be negative, or pride can be positive. All right. And the pride that you have that's negative is when you think too highly of yourself. And you think no one's better than me. And you're so proud that basically you do less work. You don't want pride like that. You want pride like you would defend your family's honor sort of pride. All right. Where you're proud of your efforts, proud, where you're going to work so hard because you have pride. All right. You're not just going to give up in a game. You're down by 60 or whatever. All right. You're going to try hard just because that's what great people do. Because if you put your head down, everyone would just remember that from that point on. They would be like, you got beat so bad, you put your head down and you gave up. You want more pride than that. Yes, LeBron James was drafted in 2003. Thank you so much. All right. So those are the three best draft classes, and everyone always has debates on those. So anyways, take pride. Take pride in your work. Take pride in your effort. Take pride in your game, and you'll have a chance to be amazing. So, I mean, after you work on it and you get the most perfect shot possible, it's okay to be proud about that. You don't have to be cocky, but you can be proud about it. For our elementary, we have the half-court shooting game. Make 20 scissors in 3 minutes, ball pickup layups, juke straps, hurdles, and jingle bells. All right, for jingle bells, that's when we hold the freaking bells by the rim or lower, and you're supposed to jump up and hit it, and we like raise it up so it's just above your reach, and then sometimes we like lower it to like make you hit it one time so that you jump your highest. The whole point is to jump your highest, and it's a big trick, but it's fun because if you know. Just jumping, trying to reach the sky is hard, but jumping, trying to reach like a specific goal is great. But if you can't dunk, well, that goal feels like it's miles away. So then you don't try as hard. The main point is to try as hard as you possibly can. And jingle bells kind of helps. For hurdles, it's just going over them consecutively. Our hurdle record is held by Derek Ortarba. He got, oh man, I can't remember it, but I think it was like 147 in 1 minute. That's 147 hurdles in 60 seconds. That's more than two per second. All right. That's an amazing record. And I would love for you guys, for the young kids, get 60. For the fifth graders or above, try to get 100. Try to get 120. All right. Because if you can do that, the hurdle is actually one of the few or one of the several drills that they do in the NBA combine. All right. Because it's such that having quick jumping motion helps you out for basketball so much that those who have a high number in that regard are considered better basketball players. All right. So the hurdle, you guys should have hurdles, or if you don't have a hurdle, get a book, turn it on its spine, and then jump over the book, not its spine, the opposite of its spine. Put the spine up so that the book stays there, and then jump over a book. I don't know, jump over a water bottle. You can jump over anything consecutively and try to get it so much time in a minute. Our hurdles are 6 inches high, so you can do anything that is 6 inches high. 6 inches is that much, not that much, and not that much. All right. Anyways, juke straps. It's a great one that I love. Where, John, when do I get the last elite stuff? Yo, you got to ask Dr. Fauci, baby. Got to ask Trump whenever we meet up again. All right. But I definitely have all the stuff. We are keeping track of your attendance. We will get you your stuff. All right. I got your stuff. But for right now, just get those shots up and you get better, okay? We'll get you your stuff. And if we gave you your stuff, you couldn't really wear it around, but you could have a hurdle to work out with. So, yeah. Okay, we'll get that stuff. Juke straps. Get a partner, strap together, juke the crap out of them. For those of you guys who have brothers or sisters or parents who would like to do that kind of stuff, that would be great. All right, but if you don't, oh man, I don't know a way to fake that, but you just have to just dribble a lot and like try to shake and try to like just get quicker if you're on your own. But if you have a brother or someone who can go with you, that's a great way of doing it. If you don't have your juke straps, either earn them with us or you can actually buy them. So figure it out. And ball pickup layups, that's sprinting, picking the ball off the ground, and then slapping it high. Those are good ones to practice. Make 20 scissor shots in 3 minutes, and the half court game. The half court game is when we shoot half court shots. If you miss it, depending on how you miss it, you're going to shoot shots to get back to that point. Now, those are the elementary drills. So if you're in an elementary school, I would love for you to do those drills today. Because again, we have the isolation workout. That's a lot. It's a lot of shooting. That's good, but at least do like a few minutes of each of those drills to show me that you can do it online. All right, for middle school, +7, -7. Again, film this stuff if you guys can. That's your homework for every night. I know I used to give you guys exact homework. This is exact. It's from the book. Don't just skip over this stuff. All right, do this stuff. I know that we're not in the gym doing it. Do this stuff. Try your hardest to keep up with this stuff. I know you guys are doing the Chastain Challenge, other things, but those things are supposed to be in addition to this stuff. All right. So we have +7, -7, and normally for our open gyms, or not open gyms, for our open practices, we would be doing each of these for 10 minutes. So if you guys want to just do it for 5, that's good enough for me. Blindfold dribbling and ball handling, 2 balls. Rhythm drill. That's when the ball's in between our legs. We slap, go around our legs, and then slap again, and then switch. So I call it the horse drill because it sounds like you're making a horse sound, but the rhythm drill. Next one is scissor ladders to shots. It's when you go through the ladder, going like this. If you don't have a ladder, just get a straight line and jump over like this as you go between your legs, dribbling. And then you go from one elbow to the other elbow, and then you push out for a jump shot. Then you repeat. This works on your coordination and your push out for jumpers. The last one, and again, I only say them for the people who don't have the book. If you have the book, you're all good. But if you don't have the book, you should be writing these down. All right, I'll tell you every single day. If you can't afford it or whatever it is, you can have the workouts right here. Flare, repeat the shots. This is when we do the flare cut, where it's from underneath the basket. You go around the block for the curl, stutter step, and then you sprint backwards to the corner. All right. But on this drill, I don't pass it every time. I want you to do that over and over and over again. For you, you don't ever have to shoot the shot. You can just do flare repeats and practice your steps and make sure that your inside foot is stepping with your outside shoulder turning, and then you sprint backwards. All right. So that's flare repeat to shots. Last one is interior cuts and passes. This one you probably do need a partner, but you can practice just the cutting if you want. It's harder. It's harder. Or you can just practice mic-ins, because when the guy on the top of the key catches the ball and you're on the block, you should be switching from block to block. And that catch that you would have is the exact catch that leads to a reverse mic-in. So you can practice your reverse mic-ins to get good at this. If the guy who catches it is on the block and you're on the top of the key, you'd be cutting to the basket for him to pass it over his shoulder to tell you to score. To replicate that, you can start from the free throw line, spin the ball out, and then sprint in, catch it, and score layups. Then the last one is if he's on the block and you're on the opposite block, you would sprint up to the free throw line to catch for a shot. For that one, you can just spin the ball out, sprint up to the free throw line, and catch for a shot. So you can mimic these the same way that you would do them in the real drills, but you can do them at home by yourself without a partner. But if you have a partner, he can be the person passing to you. All right, for high school, we have scare shots, tiered free throws, inverted euros, around the cone spot shots, pick and roll against to drive, 180 tangent for shots. For scare shots, it's throwing the ball at someone, and then you put your hands up, but you can't block their shot. But you can do everything but block their shot. So you can scream, cover their face, and then duck, do whatever you want. And basically it teaches you to focus beyond measure and hit a shot, even though they might like tackle you. All right, you hit a shot and you stay focused so that during games it's not as scary. Tiered free throws, that's my favorite free throw game, where you make one in a row and you have two chances. Then you move up to make two in a row, then three, then four, then five. And if you don't, within those two chances, you go back down a number. Try to get to 10 or a good number for yourself. Ian and I just did a workout today that Finley, Ben, and I used to do. When was it? Like sometime like last year. And we would do the tiered free throws, and the goal was to finish this in 1 hour. All right. And only one time I didn't finish it in 1 hour, but I would do the tiered free throws. And whenever I got up to level 1, I'll back up to the 3-point line and go pump fake, dribble in with my right, shoot a shot, dribble in with my left, shoot a shot, step back to my right, step back to my left. I would shoot those 4 shots in order and repeat until I made one shot. Then I would go to level 2. And right when I hit level 2, I would do that shooting thing again until I made 2 shots. Then level 3, then I would do the shooting thing to 3. Level 4 of the free throws, so on and so forth. But if I went down a level, I would start losing. I had to go back up. And each time that I hit a new level, a higher level, I would go back and shoot my shots in between. It's a frustrating drill, but it keeps everything dead on. So I was using it to get my shot from here to here, where it's supposed to be. And I just wanted everything straight, dead on. And I wanted to shoot a whole bunch of shots. And that really helped my shot a lot. And Finley, I don't think she ever finished the game. Ben finished it a few times. He actually beat me one time. But it's a great game to keep your mind occupied, and you get up an hour of shooting. We were shooting probably like 500 plus shots. It was an awesome drill. Made time go by so fast. But I recommend that one if you guys are looking to shoot a whole bunch of shots. Let's see. Inverted euros. That's when you come in, stutter step, and then you bounce the ball on this side, take 2 steps that way. Pick and roll, drive against. That's when you're going toward the pick and roll screen. You look and you go against it. Make sure that your foot follows the ball. Then you explode and you get 2 more steps to go to the rim. And then 180 tangent for shots. That's where we come off the double pick. Then they split, back pick each other, go to the basket. One person pops out, and then we do a 180 for shots. So I would pass, if I was the point guard, I would pass the ball to the person going to the basket off that. 2 other people off the court would pass the ball into us, the other 2 who haven't had a shot, and we would take shots like that. And then we would all just rotate and just repeat it. So that's 180 tangent for shots. And you mix in doing a play in a game within a structure of getting a whole bunch of shots up. So it works on offense, but it also works on a workout. So it's like combining the 2. All right. Wait, Cameron, what did you finish? Cameron, I finished it. Did you finish the page? There's no way you finished the whole page. You can't watch the games in that little bit of time. But If you liked any ones that you have never heard of before, let us know in the comment section again. Or were you talking about the workouts? Oh, the +7, -7. Gotcha. Okay, nice. All right. Let's see. The motivational story of the day. It is. Oh, this is a decent one. All right. There is no burning out. There's no such thing as working so intensely that you lose your passion. If you ever do have your fill, that simply means your fill line was fairly low to begin with. You must push yourself, but understand that doing so can go one of two ways. Adversity causes some to break, while it causes others to break records. All right? Adversity is something hard in your life. And sometimes that causes some people to break down. And other times it causes other people to break records. That means that when you go through something hard, some people love that so much that they wind up running the mile in like 3.5 minutes. All right? While other people, they hate the adversity so much that they just quit. All right. So you have to make sure that you're not the person to quit. And where there's no burning out, there is no burning out. There's just finding out how far that you were able to go. And if you have, let's say, 1,000 hours in you, 1,000 hours of basketball, know that it's not good enough because you need 10,000 hours of basketball in you. But you were born with 1,000. It's just how it is, right? When would you want to spend those 1,000 hours? Would you want to save them until you got off to college and then start working out then, but then it's too late because you're not good? Or would you just want to say, screw it, let's spend them all in 5th grade? Because the thing is, you don't know whether you have 1,000, 100, or 1,000,000. You never know until you grow up and you've stopped playing. And if you still feel like going, you didn't spend them all. You should have spent more hours. But if you go for it all, this is the sad part. If you go for it all and you're like, let me see if I can be like Steph Curry, and you start working out like 10 hours a day and you're like, let's go, yeah. And then 6th grade comes along and you're like, boom, I only have 500 hours, coach. I'm dead. I can't go anymore. I say it's a little sad. You're right. Because you could have just kept playing CYO or some crap basketball, right? And just been like happy. But now you made yourself sad because it's like too much for you. But I think it's a great thing. You found out where your endpoint was. And some people, even the pros who have 20,000 hours inside them, they never find out where their endpoint is because there's not that many hours in the day or they haven't worked hard enough. So there's players like Derek Coleman, you guys don't know of because he sucks balls. All right. He is the most wasted. He's the most waste of talent in NBA history. That's what they say. All right. They also say J.R. Smith, but he's up there though. Derek Coleman was like 6'10" back in the 80s, could shoot, could do everything, and you've never heard of him because he never won. Played for the New Jersey Nets. He does have a team. I looked him up actually two days ago. He has a team. What do they call it? A club basketball team, like AAU team, and they are in. Where are they? In Detroit, and he has an Instagram page, and I'm like, oh my god, what does this guy like say? Tell his players for inspiration. It's so weird, but he says like some nice things. But one thing he said was, "Hey, basketball is not everything, kids." And I was like, "It wasn't to you." All right, so he's definitely not Michael Jordan, but it is what it is. But he made the NBA, but he had so much talent. You don't want to be that guy. All right? If he's watching out there, I apologize, DC. But it is what it is. I didn't make it to your level. It's all good. But you could have been so good. You just chose not to be. All right. So figure that part out. And you don't want to be that guy, guys. You want to figure out what your level was, even if it's just a 6th grade basketball player. All right. Anthony Bennett, nah, he just sucked. It's not his fault. No, he didn't suck. I'm sorry. He was an NBA player. It's just that he wasn't a number 1 pick. And when you get picked number 1, people have higher expectations for you, and that wasn't very fair to him. So I blame the Cavs. They kind of ruined that for him. So yeah, there's a lot of good players out there, but you want to make sure that you're finding out where your end goal is. I mean, again, even if it's 7th grade, 8th grade, whatever it is, and if you find that out, you're better than 90% of the people on Earth. So the one craziest one to me in our program was Calvin. All right, not his brother. When his brother came, Derek, I thought he was going to quit after 10 workouts. He didn't like basketball, nothing. He was on the sideline, just like watching, and they were like, "Can he do it too?" And I was like, "If he wants," and he was just like, "Oh, I'll do whatever." So I wasn't worried about him. But Calvin, he loved it a lot. And when he stopped with us, he's still continuing playing, but he's not going at that same club. They said he got burnt out. His last game with us, I mean, he hit like something like 8 for 10 threes. He was amazing. All right. That's how you go out. And I don't care that his was in 7th grade. That's awesome. I mean, he's a better shooter than I've ever been. He was a better shooter than I've ever been in my entire life. That's a good goal. Now, if he could have kept going, who cares? All right. Now, if he had gone slower, let's say like he was going 100 miles an hour. Let's just say he was doing that. And he wound up quitting in 7th grade. If we had let him go slower, like 10 miles an hour, you're right. He would still be with us, but he would have never been good. He would have never been that good, ever. And what do you want? Do you want to find out how good you are? Or do you want to just like stay in? Now, if he wound up going 90 miles an hour like he did, what if he actually had it in him? What if he had the hours inside his soul and he was that special human being? What if? Now he would be like a D1 NBA guy. So I think you guys should want to find out. So I say go for it, but it's up to you. It's your choice. All right. What does that remind me of? It actually reminds me of like a secret package. If you open up the package, it tells you whether you can make the NBA or not. But it's your choice to open it. There's so many people in life that never open it. And to open it, all you have to do is just try your hardest for 10 years. Or you just leave it on there and they never open it. So if I gave you a box, a literal box, and this had your future in it, would you open the box to see if you could make the NBA? And if nothing was in the box, then you know that you couldn't make the NBA. If something was in the box, then you could make the NBA. If you would open up the box, that means that you're the type that agrees with me and thinks that you should go out there and try and go for it. If you wouldn't open up the box, I don't want to open it up. I don't because who knows? You could cry, right? It could be sad. I'm just going to leave it closed. I'm going to imagine I would have made it if I opened up the box. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was the NBA. And just never open it. I think that's a very silly way to see it. Who would do that? If I just gave you a package that said the NBA might be in here, and you would just be like, oh, but it may be nothing? Yeah, it may be nothing. Okay, I don't want to open it up ever. So I think you guys are all of the type to open up the stupid box. All right? So open up your box, see if you have the NBA inside you. And if you have those hours and you could put them in, like just working your butt off, then you could do it. I didn't find out that I wasn't Kobe until I was 25, I think. Yeah, and I was overseas. I tried to work like Kobe for a second. It was too hard, and I stopped. And I just worked like John. And I was like, nope, I'm not Kobe. I thought I could be. I thought I could do it. And I was like, nope, dang. But it was cool. I made it pretty far. So I opened my box to see if I could do it. And I have no regrets. All right. And now let's see what you guys can do. And good luck to you guys. Any more questions in the comment section? Looking at the movies again, it's Mighty Ducks, Pele, Mark McFarland, USA. That's the cross country movie. Rocky 2 is for 4th grade. Ladybugs, that's a hilarious movie. The Scout, 6th grade. That's a really, really good baseball movie. Invictus. Oh man, that's a 7th grade movie. That is deep. It's about racial tension. And rugby mentions what's his name again? Oh no, I can't think. The African leader, the famous dude. Oh my God, he's like the Martin Luther King of Africa. Anybody? Anyone? How did I forget his name? I'll let that slide. I can't. No, I got to look it up. I'm so sorry. Well, I'm an idiot. I just can't think of when this thing's going right here. All right. Invictus is the name of the movie. I'm an idiot. I can't believe this. Does anyone know? Anyone? Oh yeah, Nelson Mandela. Thank you, Cameron. Oh my God, he just said Nelson though, but yes, Nelson Mandela. That is horrible that I almost forgot that. I apologize. Anyways, those are all the movies, and make sure that if you watch the movies, let me know in the comment section, please. Okay. And the Nelson Mandela movie, you can watch that movie for school easy, Invictus. All right. I'll see you guys in 30 minutes. All right, for the ISO workout, and have a great day. All right. Talk to y'all later. Peace.